Minnesotans cast their first thoughts on who they want to run for governor. Governor Mark Dayton not seeking re-election, so this thing is wide open for both Democrats and Republicans. Thousands of people showed up to cast their votes across the state. Top picks for the governor's race were Democratic Representative Tim Walz, Republican Jeff Johnson. On the Democratic side, this is with 72% reporting. Look at these vote totals, very small, but Walz has more than 30% of those who cast their ballot in the straw poll. State Auditor Rebecca Otto in second with just more than 20%. Then former Minnesota House Majority Leader Aaron Murphy and former St. Paul Mayor Chris Coleman. Let's show you the Republican numbers. This is with the whole deal, 100%. Again, total of about 10,000 votes here. Jeff Johnson, clear winner, more than 45%. Then Keith Downey, Philip Parrish, and Mary Giuliani Stevens. More than 15% of voters said they were undecided, maybe because they're waiting to see what former Governor Tim Pawlenty does. Pawlenty announced yesterday that he's leaving his job at a Washington lobbying firm. Last month, he said, nope, I'm not going to run for U.S. Senate. But he has not said if he would throw his hat into the governor's race. But would you quit your $2 million a year job unless you were going to run for something, Pat
Man,
Kessler?
give that up in Washington. Here we go again.
Yeah.
I mean, all the speculation. So undecided comes in number 2 for the Republican governor's race. That's Tim Pawlenty, isn't it? I mean, isn't that Tim Pawlenty?
Do you think he's actually going to do it, though?
Well, I think he is taking a very serious look at this. We have been talking to him for a number of months, and he has been reluctantly saying, I'm politically retired right now. But all the signs are pointing to him taking a serious look at this. He has been talking to donors. We have talked to people that he has spoken with. So he is seriously looking at this. And if he jumps in, I think he becomes an instant frontrunner. One of the things we saw last night, however, I also believe, is how few people came out. Once again,
yeah, those numbers are really small, a couple thousand.
Really, really low. So this is not just because it's a caucus state in Minnesota. It was very cold. People didn't really get out. I mean, it was so cold for the last few weeks. So there's that also. But I think it indicates that there is a lack of interest right now on the Republican side. And on the Democratic side, they had a lot of people coming out. So that could be a signal.
If you're a Trump voter, though, Minnesota almost voted for Donald Trump. Does former Washington lobbyist for a bank, Tim Pawlenty, really trip your trigger?
Well, even though Tim Pawlenty would come in as a front runner right away, that is exactly what is going to happen. Democrats in Washington, yesterday I was talking with already are saying this is a Washington lobbyist, somebody who made millions of dollars while the rest of Minnesota had a hard time recovering from the recession. That's what you're going to see if Tim Pawlenty jumps into the race.